We are now in session 8, so it's all about problem solving involving linear functions. And for this video, I will just discuss two problems. Ayan. Number 1, the bus transport. The bus transport fare is a function of d, as defined as f of d equals 4 plus 0.75d, where d is the distance traveled in kilometers. So remember, the unit that that was used in the problem is in kilometers. Then the question is, estimate the bus fare from Manila to Tuguegarao City, which is approximately 450 kilometers, and B is how far would a passenger travel for a bus fare of 300 pesos. Since we do not need to look for the function here, kasi given naman na yung function, ang function natin ay itong f of d. So this one, f of d equals 4 plus 0.75 d. So, ito na yung gagamitin natin to answer letter A. Ayan, victory liner. May mga nakikita akong naglalaro ng yung bus, nagda-drive sila, victory liner. Okay, so since the distance for letter A is from Manila to Tuguegarao is 450 kilometers, all you have to do is to substitute. D is 450 kilometers, so just substitute 450 to the distance, so 4 plus 0.75 times 450. Yan. Then let's just simplify. Napakadali lang nito. 4 plus 450 times 0.75, so that's times 3/4. So hindi siya divisible by 4. So let's multiply na lang as is. 45 times 75, so that's 25 to 22, 35, 3, so that's 28, 31. Meron tayong 5, 7, 3, 3, 0, kasi 450, tapos 0.75, kaya 2 decimal places, so 3, 3, 7, 50. Okay, then let's add 450 equals, add lang natin, so it's 341.50. So, ibig sabihin, the bus fare, yung babayad mo sa konduktor sa Victory Liner, kung pupunta ka, kung nanggaling ka Manila to Tuguegarao, is 341 pesos and 50 centavos. So, the final answer is 341.50. O, diba? Very easy. Just substitute, multiply, and add. Then, how about letter B? How are you going to solve this? For letter B, ang tinatanong naman is the distance. So, we are looking for the distance. Ito ang hanap natin. And given the bus fare. And what is the representation of the bus fare? That's f of d. So, all you have to do is to substitute 300 pesos to f of d. Ang f of d natin is 4 plus 0.75d. So, itong part na to, since ito yung fare, it will become 300. 300 yung given, equals 4 plus 0.75d. Ang nahanap natin ay yung distance. So, we need to isolate the term with the variable. So, ito magiging 300 minus 4. So, this is positive. We will add the additive inverse of positive 4, which is negative 4. So, add tayo ng negative 4 on both sides. Magiging 300 minus 4. Mawawala na to. Ang matitira na lang is 0.75d. And this is equal to 296 divided equals 0.75d. Na-preempt na tuloy. 296 divided by 0.75. So, i-divide nyo na lang. D is equal to, magde-divide tayo, 6 divided by 0.75. Okay, so that's 394. Tama ba? 0.67 kilometers. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ang matatravel ng isang passenger na merong bus fare ng 300 pesos is 394 pesos and 67 centavos. Ay, sorry. 394.67 kilometers ba yan? Nahilo na. So, it's 394.67 kilometers. Okay. So, that's the answer in letter B. So, check lang natin ha. 300 minus 4. So, that's 296. Then, i-divide natin siya both by 0.75. So, ayan. Then, how about letter B? Number 2. Number 2, in medicine, the normal systolic blood pressure of an adult can be estimated. So, dalawa kasi yan. Dalawa yan. So, it's systolic ang tawag kapag kumukuha ng BP, ng blood pressure, diba? May high blood, may low blood. Pag low blood ka, madalas kang puyat. Kapag high blood ka, yun yung mga matataba yung kinakain, hindi masyadong nag-exercise. So, lalo na sa adult, kailangan masubaybayan yung kanilang blood pressure kasi it can cause stroke, 'di ba? Or heart attack. So, ayun. So, ano nga ba yung dalawa kasi yan, 'di ba? Pag nag-blood pressure, kung makikita niyo sa inyong parents, dalawang numbers yung nag-a-appear. Yung systolic and diastolic. So, yung systolic, yun yung unang number na nag-a-appear. That is according to the definition, and I researched it, the systolic blood pressure, which is the first number that will appear on the blood pressure machine. Yun. It indicates how much pressure your blood is exerting against your artery walls when the heart beats. So, yun yung kapag tumitibok yung puso mo. Gaano yung pressure. Yung diastolic naman, yun yung pressure na kung gaano karaming pressure ng inyong blood is exerting against your artery walls while the heart is resting between beats. So, yung in between, di ba kapag may tumitibok yung puso, that is for systolic. Kapag nagre-rest in between beats yung heart, that is for diastolic. Anyway, so that's trivia lang. You can Google it. And the normal blood pressure for an adult is, it should be not more than 120 yung systolic over 80. So, 120 over 80 dapat. That is the normal blood pressure of an adult. Okay, so at the age of 27, his or her normal systolic blood pressure is 122. This is 123, 124 for 33 years old. Pag 36 years old na, 125. So, ano kaya kapag 39 years old? Letter A is you have to complete the table. So, 39 years old, kung mapapansin natin yung pattern, ang pattern ay every 3 years, no? Every 3 years. 27, again 30, ganun din, so on and so forth. Tapos, dito naman, yung kanilang BP ay nag-i-increase lang ng 1. Okay? So, ano kaya kapag 39? So, pag 39, it will become 126. Pag 42 is 127. So, we already answered letter A. What is the estimated NSBP of an adult age 51? So, if we're going to continue this is 45, then 48, then 51. So this is 128, 129, 130. So the estimated NSBP of an adult is 130. So okay na. Lastly is you will give the function. So how are you going to give the function? So anong gagawin natin? So pwede tayong kumuha ng dalawang points. Ito na lang para maliit. And meron tayong, ayan, 27 will serve as the value of x. Tapos 122 is the value of y. So let's name this x sub 1, y sub 1. And the other is 30, then 123. This is x sub 2 and y sub 2. Ngayon, wala naman tayong y-intercept. So we can directly put this into the 2-point form. Y minus y sub 1, y sub 2 equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 times the quantity x minus x sub 1. Ngayon, substitute lang tayo na y minus 122 equals y sub 2 is 123 minus 122 over x sub 2 is 30 minus 27, x sub 1 minus 27. So, ito na. Y minus 122 is equal to, this is equal to 1 over 3, meaning the slope is 1/3. X minus 27. Now, let's distribute 1/3 to each term. We now have y equals 122 equals 1/3 x minus 27 times 1/3 is the same with 27 over 3. Just multiply this. So let's divide. So that's equal to 9. Okay. Now, meron tayong 1/3 x minus 9. Anong gagawin natin kay negative 122? We will add it to 9 by addition property of equality. So y is equal to 1/3 x plus 122 minus 9. So that is 100. 113. So it's 113. So ibig sabihin, the function that we are looking for is, since a yung ginamit dito for the age, and a is the independent variable, we can write it as f of a equals 1/3 a plus 113. Bakit ko pinalitan to? Hindi pwedeng maging x kasi a yung ginamit natin dito, function of a. So, ibig sabihin, the variables that you're going to write on the right side will, dapat lahat ay a. So, that's all. So, that's how you answer this kind of problem. If you want to graph it, you may do so. So, pwede nyo gawin siya sa Desmos, or you can graph it manually. If you have any questions regarding this topic, you may PM me. Bye. Thank you.